displaying the glory of God's creation by exploring America one park at a time. Welcome to Parking Full Time with Big Dave, the park's professor. 19th hole. The par and distance are at the top of the screen. This hole plays slightly uphill. It's a sweeping dogleg left. It has a reasonably wide fairway, but there are a large number of trees that dot this fairway. Missing those trees in the middle of the fairway is a real challenge, and it makes this hole play quite a bit tighter than it actually is. Cutting the dogleg isn't really an option due to the dense woods, and likewise, if you get a bad ricochet off of one of these trees, that's going to put your disc in a really tough spot. This is possibly the hardest hole on this course. I want to welcome you back to Parking Full Time. I am Big Dave, the park's professor. We are at Sandy Creek Park, and therefore we are on the north side of Athens, Georgia. There are two courses at this park. There's an 18-hole white course and a 9-hole red course. Alternatively, you can combine those two courses in a clever way to form a 27-hole course called the Alt 27, and that's the course I'm showing you here. There's the view back to the tee. The 20th hole plays gradually back downhill. It's tight, but not as tight as some other holes that we've played. It's also fairly straight, so if you can keep your disc straight for long enough, you should be able to set up a decent birdie opportunity on this hole. I should also mention that all of these holes at the beginning of the back nine are from the red course. We will transition over to the white course in a few holes. There's also the scenic lake behind the basket. It's far enough behind the basket that it's not going to come into play, but it adds to the scenery. I captured this video on Tuesday, March the 25th, and it was a warm sunny day with temperatures in the mid-70s when I captured this video. There's the view back uphill to the tee. The 21st hole plays gradually back uphill. It's tight, but like the previous hole, we've played tighter. And given its length, it is definitely possible to set up a birdie opportunity on this hole. Let me say a word about the tees and baskets on this course. Almost every hole on this course has 3 different tees, and between 1 and 3 possible basket positions. That's the reason for the range of distances I'm giving you at the top of the screen. All of these video clips start at the back tee and go to whatever position the basket was in when I came here. On this hole, the basket was in the left position, and so you'll need a right-to-left disc flight in order to get close to this basket. The 22nd hole is another heavily wooded, gradually uphill hole. That kind of hole gets a little bit repetitive in this part of the course. There are some more open holes elsewhere on this course, but you won't find them in this part of the course, and that repetition is one of the reasons I don't give this course 5 stars. This hole does have a well-defined fairway. It also has 2 possible basket positions, and in this video clip, the basket is in the left position. When we start getting close to the basket, you'll see that there are a bunch of small trees in this area, and this approach to the basket is a little too much plinko for my taste. In general, I don't like cutting down trees, but this hole would be better if some of these small trees were removed to create a more well-defined line into the basket. There's the view from behind the basket back downhill to the tee. Hole number 23 plays gradually downhill. It's also a slight dogleg right. If you aim at the biggest tree that's straight ahead and use a slight left to right disc flight, that should put you in good position to make a birdie on this hole. This is the best birdie opportunity among the 9 holes on the red course, and this is also the last of the holes we're going to see from the red course, even though it's the 6th hole on the red course. The last 4 holes on the Alt 27 all come from the white course. There's the basket, and there's the view back uphill to the tee. The 24th hole plays back uphill parallel to the previous hole. It's another short, tight, and heavily wooded hole. The fairway is not super tight though, and so a good throw with good accuracy should set up another birdie opportunity on this hole. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for watching. Parking Full Time would not be anything without the people who watch. I realize that every day, and I heartily thank you every day. There's the 24th basket. It's the 15th hole on the white course, and the view back to the tee. The 25th hole is the signature hole on this course. It's another tight and heavily wooded hole. It plays moderately downhill, but more importantly, it's a forced water carry over a wetland in a deep bowl. We're going to jump across the bowl. It's about 320 feet from the back tee in order to clear the wetland. Also, there are a bunch of trees that could ricochet your disc into the wetland, so you'll have to decide if it's worth the risk or not. I'm not sure this is my favorite hole, but it's the most memorable hole on this course. Getting to the 26th tee requires a walk of several hundred feet. That walk takes you through the middle of the 12th fairway right in the middle of the hole, and so you have to watch for flying discs as you walk. Overall, I found this course pretty easy to navigate, and there was only one time where I had to refer to the course map at the beginning of the course, and it wasn't at this point. The 26th hole plays moderately uphill. It is the last of the heavily wooded holes. The fairway is rather generous until you get up close to the basket, and therefore this is a relatively easy hole and should set up a birdie opportunity with a couple of good throws. There's the 26th basket. It's the 17th hole on the white course, and there's the view back downhill to the tee. The 27th hole is the last hole on the Alt 27. It's also the last hole on the white course. It's very flat. It plays across this wide open mowed grass field. It's very open. It's very boring. There are some good holes on this course, but honestly this isn't really one of them. I also want to remind you that I do not make any monetary compensation for anything that I do for this project, and therefore the only thing I get from making these videos and writing these course reviews are your likes, your subscribes, your views, and your comments, and I do appreciate all of those things. This course is pay to play. It's $3 to play here, but I think it's a good course in spite of some of the repetition and in spite of some of the holes that are just completely wide open. I think it's worth every penny of the $3 to play here. This is generally regarded as the best course in the Athens area, and for good reason. I enjoyed my round here, and you probably will too. There's the view back up the fairway to the 27th tee. That is the end of the course. Have a great afternoon, take care, and Lord bless.